Name?
Bob Broughton.
And where are you from, Bob?
I'm from Hobart originally, but I started as an archivist in Melbourne.
When did you join the Australian Society of Archivists?
It would have been 1976 or 1977, I reckon.
And why did you join?
I'd picked up a job as an archivist assistant. I went for another job and someone poked their head in the interview and said, "Do you want to be an archivist?" And I knew what one was, so I got the job. That's true.
Okay. What did you hope that becoming a member of the Australian Society of Archivists would do?
Well, at the time, I was very junior and I hadn't had much experience of it, so I was hoping to get professional experience.
Okay. How old were you at the time?
23,
Okay.
24.
And in your opinion, how's it fared over the years?
It's been pretty good over the years. I've seen a big change. When I started, it was an apprenticeship, so I was an apprentice archivist.
Yeah.
Before the courses came in, and I helped write some of the early courses, and now it's postgraduate level, so it's come a huge way in that time.
High points, low points?
High points being the university archivist at the University of Tasmania.
Yeah.
High point working at, I guess another high point, special collections, working at the Royal Society of Chemistry in London on the Nathan Explosives collection. I still have a soft spot for explosives and I fire a cannon on the weekends.
Just excuse me while I just take the camera a couple of metres back, shall I?
Yes.
Okay. And what have been disappointing things that you've seen over the years?
Well, currently I'm not working as an archivist. I've moved across to community development. I'm a positive ageing person now because my library archive was closed last year and all the special archives are disappearing one by one. The little lights are going out.
Okay.
I think that's a sad thing because it's the secondary content in the records that's important.
Where are they going?
They're usually being disbanded or given back to departments, which is the kiss of death either
Yeah.
way. Sometimes they're transferred to other libraries or archives. It's often done on a very ad hoc bureaucratic way, so they're not often a match. I think they tried to give the archives, environmental archives, to the Mineral Resources Council, so they're often poor decisions.
In view of the Society's future, where would you like, what do you envisage it should do in the future?
Probably try for a renaissance of archivists, maybe embrace that old-fashioned, what librarians call bookmanship, the arcane knowledge of old records, while going full tilt on digitisation, valuing that secondary look and the other uses that the keynote speaker mentioned, because we are becoming fairly indistinguishable from knowledge management experts, and most people confuse us and don't care. So that we risk, by being nice, just disappearing in like a tea bag in water, just gradually dissolving away.
In retrospect, how has being an archivist changed your life? What's being an archivist meant to you as a person?
It's changed my view of heritage and culture.
From what to what?
From not being terribly interested at all in heritage and culture to being fascinated to a boring extent and doing a master's in heritage management and going to every sort of museum and exhibition in Europe that I could find. So my wife has to endure quite a bit as a result of becoming an archivist.
And to young people not quite sure coming into the profession, or may not even be sure they're in the profession, or they might be on the edges of it, what's your advice to them?
To approach it joyfully but very cautiously. You need to know where you're coming out the other end and pick your small market that you fit, that you'll actually want to work in. If you're absolutely obsessed with it, you'll probably get a job eventually. But quite often for archivists there are long periods of doing other things, and I think it's quite unlikely that I'll be an archivist again, to be honest. So there is that in the modern world, digital collections are enormously exciting. Within that mix, you need to find some area where you can be the person. That's about it, I think.
Thank you.